Rain hammered the neon-lit streets of downtown Seattle. 2 a.m. and the city pulsed with artificial light reflecting off wet pavement. Maya Chen stood outside Club Vertigo in a black leather jacket over a vintage band tee, ripped jeans, and scuffed Converse. Her dark hair stuck to her face, mascara running. She'd just been fired from her bartending gig for the third time this month. Her phone buzzed. Another overdue bill notification. A blacked-out Mercedes pulled up to the curb. The door opened and a man stumbled out, designer suit rumpled, tie loose around his neck. Ash blonde hair disheveled. He looked maybe 30, but his eyes seemed ancient. He collapsed against the brick wall beside her. "You good?" Maya asked, not really caring. He laughed. Actually laughed. Dark and hollow. "Do I look good?" She studied him. Gucci loafers soaked through. Rolex hanging loose on his wrist. Blood on his knuckles. "You look rich and miserable." "Close enough." He tilted his head back against the wall, rain streaming down his face. Dante Wolfe. Tech billionaire. Recently destroyed. Maya Chen. Broke artist. Always destroyed. Something passed between them. Recognition of shared ruin. "What's your poison?" Dante asked. Grief. The word came out before she could stop it. "Lost my little brother 6 months ago. Overdose." Dante's eyes locked onto hers. Actually focused for the first time. "My best friend," he said quietly. "Suicide. Last year. Everyone blamed me." The rain fell harder. Neither moved. "Were they right?" Maya asked. "Yeah." His voice cracked. "Probably." She should have walked away. Instead, she sat down beside him on the wet pavement, leather jacket soaking through. "I could have stopped him," Maya whispered. "The night before. He called me. I was too busy working." Dante turned to her. "I could have called mine. I was too busy building an empire. Guess we both suck at saving people." "Guess so." They sat in silence. Two strangers drowning in the same darkness. "I need someone," Dante said suddenly. "Someone who gets it. Who won't pretend everything's fine." "For what?" "Everything." He stood, extending his hand. "Work for me. Be my chaos coordinator. My reality check. Whatever you want to call it." Maya stared at his hand. "You don't even know me. I know you're honest." "That's rarer than you think." She looked at the notification on her phone. Eviction warning. Then back at him. "One question first," she said. "Why'd they blame you?" Dante's expression went cold. "Dangerous. Because the night he died, I slept with his girlfriend. He found out." Maya's stomach dropped. But she didn't let go of his hand. "Then I guess we're both kind of terrible." "Yeah," Dante said. "We are." She took his hand and stood. Neither of them knew they'd just made a deal with their own destruction. The penthouse sat 60 floors above the city. Floor-to-ceiling windows, minimalist furniture, everything white and chrome and empty. It felt like a mausoleum. Maya stood in the living room wearing the same leather jacket, now paired with black skinny jeans and a gray hoodie. Dante had changed into black joggers and a fitted white tee, barefoot on marble floors. "This is where you live?" she asked. "This is where I exist." He poured whiskey into 2 glasses. "Living requires actually feeling something." She took the glass. "What exactly am I supposed to do here?" "Keep me functional. Manage the sharks. Screen my calls. Make sure I don't completely self-destruct." He downed his drink. "The pay is $200,000 a year." Maya nearly choked. That's insane. So is working 3 jobs and still losing. How do you know about that? I looked you up. He refilled his glass. Maya Chen. Dropped out of art school when your brother got sick. Worked yourself to exhaustion trying to save him. Failed. Now you're drowning in his medical debt. Rage flashed through her. You have no right to dig into my life. You asked why they blamed me. Dante's eyes were cold. I answered. Now you know what kind of person you're working for. A horrible one. Exactly. He stepped closer. But at least I'm honest about it. The air between them crackled with something dangerous. Attraction. Mutual destruction. Ground rules, Maya said. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your salvation. And I'm definitely not sleeping with you. Wasn't asking. Good. Though you did think about it just now. Her face flushed. Shut up. Dante smiled. Actually smiled. It transformed his face completely. There it is, she said. Actual human emotion. Don't get used to it. His phone buzzed. Then again. Then 17 more times in rapid succession. Your ex-fiancée, Maya said, reading the caller ID over his shoulder. Victoria Cross. She's called 43 times today. Dante's expression went dead. Don't answer. She says it's about the company. Says you're destroying everything. Let it burn. Dante. I mean it. He grabbed his phone, threw it across the room. It shattered against the wall. I don't care anymore. Liar. Maya stepped into his space. You care so much it's killing you. You don't know anything about me. I know what running looks like. I've been doing it for 6 months. Something broke in his eyes. He turned away, hands braced against the window. He was my best friend since we were kids, Dante said quietly. Marcus. We built the company together. Then I met Victoria and everything changed. She wanted me. Not him. And I took what I wanted like I always do. Did you love her? I loved winning. His voice was hollow. Marcus found out the night before our product launch. The night before everything we'd worked for paid off. He went home and took every pill in his apartment. Maya's throat tightened. That's not your fault. Isn't it? He turned. I betrayed him. For what? Someone I didn't even love. You were selfish. That's different from being responsible for his choice. Tell that to his family. Tell that to everyone who looks at me and sees a murderer. The confession hung between them. Raw and bleeding. My brother called me that night, Maya said. Said he was scared. Said he needed me. I told him I'd call back after my shift. Dante's eyes found hers. He was dead by morning, she continued. Fentanyl-laced pills. I could have been there. Could have stopped him. But I chose work over him. Maya. So yeah, I get it. The guilt. The what-ifs. The feeling like you're walking around with blood on your hands. Dante crossed the space between them. Stood so close she could feel his breath. What if we're both just broken, he whispered. Then we're in the right place. His phone on the floor lit up with a new message. Victoria's name flashing. Maya walked over, picked up the shattered device. You need to face this, she said. Whatever she wants. Whatever's happening with the company. I can't. Then I'll do it with you. Dante stared at her like she'd just offered him oxygen underwater. Why would you do that? Because someone should have been there for me when I was drowning. Maya held out the broken phone. And because our deal was honesty. So let's see what truth she's actually hiding. Dante took the phone. Read the message. His face went white. What? Maya asked. Victoria says Marcus left a note. A real one. And she's had it this whole time. What does it say? Dante looked at her, something wild and terrified in his eyes. She won't tell me unless I meet her. Tonight. At Marcus's old apartment. Thunder cracked outside. The lights flickered. Then let's go, Maya said. This could destroy everything. Good. She grabbed her jacket. Maybe we need to be destroyed before we can start over. Dante stared at her for a long moment. Then nodded. Neither of them saw the camera hidden in the corner of the room. Or Victoria watching from miles away, smiling. Marcus's apartment hadn't been touched in a year. Still furnished. Still haunted. The building stood in a forgotten corner of the city where streetlights flickered and died. Maya and Dante climbed the stairs. He wore a black hoodie now, jeans, boots. Looking less like a billionaire and more like the broken boy underneath. Maya kept her leather jacket on, combat boots echoing against concrete. Victoria waited inside. Red cocktail dress, blonde hair perfect, heels sharp enough to kill. She looked like money and venom. Took you long enough, she said. Where's the note? Dante's voice was ice. Hello to you too, baby. Victoria smiled. And who's this? The new charity project? I'm the one who's going to throw you out a window if you don't answer the question, Maya said flatly. Victoria's smile widened. Oh, I like her. She's got bite. Victoria. Dante stepped forward. The note. Now. She pulled an envelope from her purse. Waved it like a prize. First, let's talk about what I want. I'm done with your games. This isn't a game. Victoria's expression turned cold. Marcus wrote this the night he died. Do you want to know what he really thought? Or would you rather keep drowning in your assumptions? Maya watched Dante's hands shake. Watched him fracture in real time. What do you want? He asked quietly. The company. Sign over your shares. Walk away. Silence exploded through the room. You're insane, Maya said. I'm practical. Victoria turned to her. Dante's been self-destructing for a year. The board wants him gone. Investors are jumping ship. I'm offering him a way out. By blackmailing him with his dead best friend's last words? Maya's voice rose. You're sick. I'm honest about what I want. That's more than either of you can say. Dante moved so fast Maya barely saw it. He grabbed Victoria's wrist, twisted until she dropped the envelope. Dante, stop, Maya said. He didn't hear her. Grabbed the letter, ripped it open. Victoria laughed. Go ahead. Read it. See what he really thought of you. Dante's eyes scanned the page. With each line, the color drained from his face. What does it say? Maya asked. He looked up. Shattered completely. He forgave me. The words fell like stones. What? Maya whispered. Marcus wrote that he understood. That he'd seen it coming. That Victoria had been manipulating both of us for months. Dante's voice cracked. He said he was tired. That it wasn't about me. That he'd been planning this for a while. Victoria's smile vanished. He wrote that you knew, Dante continued, voice rising. That you encouraged him. Fed his depression. Isolated him from everyone who could help. All so you could have the company when he was gone. That's not true, Victoria said, but her voice wavered. You let me think I killed him. Dante advanced on her. You let me destroy myself for a year while you positioned yourself to take everything. Dante, please. Why? The question came out broken. Why would you do that? Because you were always going to choose him over me. Victoria's composure cracked. Marcus was brilliant. Kind. Everything you pretended to be. I knew if he asked you to walk away, you would. So I made sure he couldn't ask. Maya's stomach turned. You wanted him dead. I wanted him gone. Victoria's eyes were wild now. And when he solved that problem himself, I used it. That's what survivors do. Dante grabbed her by the throat. Dante, no. Maya pulled him back. He released Victoria, stumbled backward. Hands shaking. Eyes streaming. Get out, he whispered. The company is mine. Victoria straightened her dress. The board votes tomorrow. With or without your cooperation. I'll burn it down before I let you have it. Then burn. She headed for the door. Stopped. Oh, and Maya? Check your bank account. I've been paying you for the past week. Every conversation you've had with Dante has been recorded. Every vulnerable moment. Every secret. Maya's blood went cold. What? How do you think I knew to contact you in the first place? Victoria smiled. You were my camera. My microphone. My weapon. I never agreed to that. You signed an NDA when you took his money. Read the fine print. You've been working for me since day one. The door slammed shut behind her. Maya turned to Dante. Saw the betrayal in his eyes. I didn't know, she said. I swear I didn't know. You took her money. I took your money. The account you set up. Which she controls. Because she's still on my accounts. Because I never changed anything after we broke up. The truth crashed over both of them. She played us, Maya whispered. Dante sank to the floor. Letter crumpled in his fist. He forgave me. And I'm still the one who destroyed everything. Maya knelt beside him. Wanted to touch him. Didn't dare. We can fight this. Expose her. Tell the board what she did. With what proof? Her word against mine? I'm the villain in everyone's story, Maya. I've always been the villain. Then let's be villains together. She grabbed his face, forced him to look at her. You want to burn it down? Let's burn it all down. But on our terms. Something dangerous sparked in his eyes. What are you suggesting? We have until tomorrow. One night to destroy her the way she destroyed you. You'd do that? After what she did to you? She used me to hurt you. Maya's voice was steel. Nobody uses me. Dante stared at her. Then slowly, deliberately, smiled. Okay then. He stood, pulled her up with him. Let's go to war. They left Marcus's apartment hand in hand. Neither of them saw the second camera in the corner. Or Victoria, watching again, already 3 steps ahead. The Wolfe Tech board meeting started at 9 a.m. By 8:45, Maya and Dante stood in the parking garage beneath the building. She wore a black blazer over a white shirt, dark jeans, and the same boots. Wore paint in human form. He'd put on his armor too. Navy suit, no tie, hair pushed back. CEO face locked in place. You ready? She asked. No. He handed her a flash drive. But I'm done running. The drive contained everything. Victoria's emails to Marcus. Her manipulation. Her knowledge of his declining mental health. The therapy sessions she'd talked him out of. The interventions she'd sabotaged. Dante had spent all night finding it. Hacking his own company. Burning every bridge. This will destroy her, Maya said. It'll destroy me too. His voice was quiet. The board will see how blind I was. How complicit. They'll force me out anyway. Then why do it? Because Marcus deserves the truth. Even if I don't deserve to be the one who tells it. They rode the elevator in silence. 60 floors up. Each floor a countdown to detonation. The boardroom was all glass and judgment. 12 people sat around a mahogany table. Victoria at the head, looking victorious in a white power suit. "Gentlemen," she said. "And ladies. Thank you for gathering on such short notice." "Cut the performance," Dante said, striding in. "We all know why we're here." Maya hung back by the door. Watched him transform into something sharp and lethal. "Mr. Wolfe." The board chairman, an older man with silver hair, gestured to a seat. "We're here to discuss the future of this company. Your erratic behavior. The financial losses." "My erratic behavior?" Dante laughed. "Or Victoria's calculated sabotage?" Victoria's expression never changed. "Dante, please. Don't embarrass yourself further." "Show them," Maya said from the doorway. All eyes turned to her. "Who is this?" the chairman asked. "My truth teller." Dante inserted the flash drive into the presentation system. "Watch." The screens lit up. Emails. Text messages. Voice recordings. A year's worth of Victoria systematically destroying Marcus while positioning herself to inherit his empire. The room went silent. "This is fabricated," Victoria said, but her voice shook. "Time stamps verified. IP addresses traced. Third-party forensics confirmed." Dante's voice was mechanical. "You killed him, Victoria. Maybe not with your hands. But you killed him." "That's not what the note said." She stood, frantic now. "He forgave you. He made his choice. After you spent months telling him he was worthless. That nobody cared. That he should disappear." Dante's composure cracked. "You preyed on someone sick. And then you used his death as a weapon." The board members looked at each other. Uncomfortable. Furious. "Miss Cross," the chairman said coldly. "Please leave this building. Security will escort you out. Expect legal proceedings." Victoria's face went white. Then red. Then something ugly. "You think you've won?" She turned on Dante. "You're still the one who betrayed him. Slept with me while he was falling apart. You were too busy building your empire to notice your best friend was dying." "I know." Dante's voice broke. "I know exactly what I did. And I'll live with that forever. But at least I'll live with the truth." "And her?" Victoria pointed at Maya. "Your little sidekick. You think she's here because she cares about you? She's here because I paid her to be. Check her account. Check the wire transfers." Maya's heart stopped. The chairman looked at her. "Is this true?" "I didn't know where the money came from," Maya said. "I thought Dante hired me." "Convenient," Victoria spat. "She's telling the truth." Dante stepped forward. "I verified the accounts this morning. Victoria routed payments through my corporate account to make it look like I was involved." Maya had no knowledge. "But she still took the money," one of the board members said. "While recording private conversations." "I never recorded anything," Maya said. "There were cameras. In his apartment. I found them this morning and destroyed them. After everything was already captured," Victoria said. "Face it, Maya. You're just as complicit as everyone else in this room." The words landed like bullets. Dante turned to the board. "Maya Chen had no part in this. If you want someone to blame, blame me." I brought her into this mess. Fire me. Sue me. Destroy me. But leave her out of it. Dante, no, Maya said. You wanted honesty? He looked at her. Really looked at her. Here it is. I'm guilty. Of everything. But you're not. So walk away. Take the money. Start over somewhere clean. I'm not leaving you. You have to. His voice cracked. Because if you stay, they'll destroy you too. And I can't be responsible for that. Not again. The boardroom went silent. Victoria smiled. How touching. The villain trying to save someone. Too bad it's a year too late. Dante moved so fast nobody could stop him. He grabbed Victoria by the arm, voice low and lethal. You're done. Your career is over. Your reputation is ash. But Maya walks out of here clean or I release everything else I found. The embezzlement. The insider trading. The blackmail of 3 other board members. Victoria's eyes went wide. You're bluffing. Try me. The chairman stood. Mr. Wolfe. Miss Cross. Both of you are terminated effective immediately. This company will proceed under new leadership. Miss Chen, you're free to go. Though I'd suggest finding employment elsewhere. Maya looked at Dante. Saw him fracture completely. Go, he whispered. Please. No. Maya. I said no. She stepped into the center of the room. You want to fire him? Fine. You want to destroy his reputation? Go ahead. But I'm staying. Because somebody needs to witness what you people are really like. Young lady, the chairman said. This doesn't concern you. It concerns everyone Marcus ever cared about. Everyone Victoria manipulated. Everyone who's been lied to for the past year. Maya's voice rose. You want to move on? Clean slate? You don't get that. Not while I'm still breathing. Dante stared at her. Broken. Awed. Terrified. Why? He whispered. Why would you sacrifice yourself for this? Because someone should have fought for my brother when he was drowning. Someone should have fought for Marcus. Someone should fight for you. She turned back to the board. So go ahead. Destroy me. But I'm taking all of you down with me. The room exploded into chaos. Victoria lunged at Maya. Security intervened. The board members shouted. Phones rang. And in the center of it all, Dante grabbed Maya's hand and ran. They burst out of the building into blinding sunlight. Ran 3 blocks before stopping, breathless, destroyed. What did we just do? Maya gasped. Burned it all down. Dante started laughing. Couldn't stop. We actually burned it all down. We're unemployed. Possibly facing legal action. Definitely blacklisted. Yeah. He turned to her, eyes wild. We are. They stared at each other. 2 people who'd just destroyed everything. Maya kissed him. Hard. Desperate. A collision of 2 people with nothing left to lose. Dante froze. Then kissed her back like she was oxygen. When they broke apart, both were shaking. That was stupid, Maya said. Completely. We're a disaster. Total wreck. I don't even like you. Liar. She kissed him again. Softer this time. Something real underneath the chaos. When she pulled back, Dante's eyes were clear for the first time since they'd met. What now? He asked. Now we figure out how to survive the explosion. They didn't see Victoria standing across the street. Didn't see her make a phone call. Didn't hear her say, they think they won. Activate Plan B. 3 months later, Maya stood in an art gallery in Brooklyn. White walls. Her paintings displayed like open wounds. Grief transformed into color and chaos. She wore black ripped jeans, an oversized vintage Nirvana tee, leather jacket. Hair dyed dark blue at the tips now. Changed but not hiding. The gallery was empty except for one person. Dante stood in front of her largest piece. A canvas of two figures drowning, reaching for each other underwater. He wore dark jeans, a gray Henley, beard grown out. Less billionaire. More human. "You're late," she said. "I know." He didn't turn around. "I was deciding whether to come at all. And? I missed you too much to stay away." 3 months since the boardroom explosion. 3 months of legal battles, depositions, investigations. Wolftech had imploded exactly as predicted. Victoria was facing criminal charges. The board had scattered. And Dante had given everything he had left to Marcus's family. Every dollar. Every asset. Everything. He was broke. Broken. Free. The district attorney called, Maya said. Victoria took a plea deal. Reduced sentence in exchange for testimony against the board members. Good. Is it? She gets to walk away. She gets to live with what she did. Dante finally turned. That's punishment enough. They stood across the gallery from each other. Miles between them still. "I sold 3 paintings," Maya said. "Got enough to pay off half my brother's medical debt." "That's amazing." "Yeah." She looked at her work. "Turns out pain makes pretty good art. Or maybe you were always this talented. You just needed permission to bleed." She smiled. Small. Real. "Why are you here, Dante?" "Because I owe you the truth. The real one." He crossed the space between them. Close enough to touch. Didn't. That night in the boardroom. When you stayed. When you burned everything down for me. His voice shook. "That was the first time in my life someone chose me over the easy way out." "You're wrong." Maya's throat tightened. "Marcus chose you. Every day. Until he couldn't anymore. And I failed him. We both failed people we loved. That's why we recognized each other, Dante. 2 ghosts haunting the same graveyard. I don't want to be a ghost anymore." "Then stop acting like one." He stepped closer. Close enough that she could feel his breath. "I'm in love with you," he said. "Have been since you sat down next to me in the rain and told me the truth. Since you stayed when everyone else ran. Since you destroyed your life to save mine." Maya's breath caught. "That's not love. That's trauma bonding." "Maybe." He smiled sadly. "Or maybe it's both. Maybe we're both so damaged that this is the only kind of love we know how to build. From wreckage. From ashes. That's not healthy." "No. But it's honest." She stared at him. At this man who'd lost everything and somehow still stood. "I'm scared," she whispered. "Of what?" "That we'll destroy each other. That we're too broken to build anything that lasts. We will destroy each other." Dante cupped her face. "Probably multiple times. We'll fight. We'll hurt each other. We'll drag up every ghost we've ever buried. Then why try? Because I'd rather burn with you than freeze alone." Maya closed her eyes. Felt tears slip free. "My brother would have hated you," she said. "Marcus would have hated you too. Told me you were bad for me. They'd both be right. Probably." She opened her eyes. Found his gaze. "I'm not going to fix you. I don't want you to. I'm going to be a mess. For a long time. Good. I'll be a mess right next to you. This is insane. Completely. Maya kissed him. Soft and devastating and real. When they broke apart, both were crying. Both were laughing. I'm scared I'll lose you like I lost him, she whispered against his mouth. I'm scared I'll destroy you like I destroyed Marcus. We're a disaster. The best kind. Outside, rain started falling. The same rain that had brought them together. The same rain that had witnessed their collision. Dante pulled back, looked at her painting on the wall. You know what I see when I look at that? He asked. 2 people drowning. 2 people refusing to let go. Maya stared at her own work. Saw it differently suddenly. Not endings. But survival. What happens now? She asked. Now we try. Mess up. Try again. Build something from all this wreckage. And if we fail? Then at least we failed honestly. She took his hand. Laced their fingers together. Okay, she said. Let's try. They stood in that empty gallery, 2 broken people choosing each other despite every reason not to. Outside, the rain fell harder. The city kept moving. Life continued its relentless march forward. But in that moment, Maya Chen and Dante Wolfe stopped running from their ghosts. They turned around. Faced them. Together. Not healed. Not fixed. Not whole. But honest. Raw. Real. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough. 6 months later, a small art studio opened in Brooklyn. Chen and Wolfe Creative. Maya's paintings. Dante's design work. 2 people building something beautiful from their shared ruins. Marcus's photograph hung on the wall. So did her brother's. Reminders. Not anchors. The ghosts didn't disappear. But they stopped haunting. And in the space between grief and hope, between destruction and creation, 2 people learned what it meant to survive themselves. Not perfectly. Never perfectly. But together. And that made all the difference. The end.